It's Paulina Klimek for KSW, and we're closer and closer for the event number 70. And with me, I have Jason Wilnis, former Glory champion and a fantastic new person here in the organization, who's going to face another person who stems from kickboxing, also Radosław Paczuski, this Saturday. Welcome in KSW, and how are you feel being here?
Thank you very much. I feel good, excited to be here, and the people welcomed me with a very good, welcome. So I'm happy, and I can't wait to show them my talent.
Before we talk about you and your matchup that you're going to face, how much do you know and you have known about the KSW as the organization? Or were you interested in it? Were you aware of the organization itself? Were you just following the information? How much did you know before?
Yes, I did know KSW from some highlights, some fighters. It's one of the biggest in Europe, I think, the biggest in Europe. So for me, it was a big step, of course, to make it to the KSW. I started with the LFL, the Netherlands organization, and I looked ahead of other bigger organizations, and KSW was the right one. So I'm happy with KSW.
Amazing. Thank you so much for that talk. And your deal is pretty maybe not complicated but twisted because you are dealing with two different organizations at the same time. Is it hard for you to combine those roles?
No. It's just a matter of time, good training, good mindset, and with the good mindset, you can face everything.
So you're a good organizer, yes? You have everything very well organized.
In the fight game, yes. In the fight game, yes.
All right. So, as a former Glory champion who has won, for example, over Israel Adesanya, which is a great experience to have, bearing in mind where he is in the world of MMA, how big and how motivational it is for you now, and how do you feel stepping in this MMA world?
Yes, it was new to me, but I had a lot of experience in kickboxing, and I fought the biggest names. The biggest name in MMA right now, Israel Adesanya. So yes, I'm excited to go, and it gives me a good sign to see where I stand in the martial arts. That I'm, a good fighter, and yeah, I can get all of these guys. I know my talent. I know what I'm capable of. So it motivates me to see other fighters doing good in the UFC also now.
It's great to hear how self-aware you are. It's great to have such people around. So, bearing in mind your opponent, Radosław Paczuski, also very experienced person in terms of stand-up fighting, kickboxing, very broad experience and career. Any research of him?
Yes, I've seen that he's an experienced kickboxer. Also, I didn't knew him. I saw a couple of fights.
Yeah.
I think he's new also in the MMA, but that's why it's a good matchup. He's experienced in stand-up. I'm experienced in stand-up, so that's a good matchup.
All right. So, setting aside this stand-up experience and so on, how are the other stuff going on in your case? I mean, the wrestling, the ground game. Are you okay with that? Do you like it? Do you enjoy it?
Yes, I like wrestling a lot. I started with wrestling when I first started my MMA training,
Yeah.
and it was good. I had some good defenses also in my first two fights, and also some tricky wrestling moves. Grappling, I can do some good escapes and some good movements. So retraining, it can be better, but I think my defense is good.
Okay, it's enough.
Yes, I think it's enough, and that's why I could stay stand up in my two fights. So
All right.
it's a good thing.
Yeah, thank you so much, Jason, for the talk. And you, don't forget to turn on Viaplay, because that's where we actually broadcast the KSW 70 event. Plus, if you're abroad, the country of Poland, also you have to check out ksw.com. Jason, thank you so much for the talk, and we are keeping the fingers crossed for your debut.
Thank you. No
Thank
problem.
you. High five.
Thank you.